Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News Channel. Today we're going to talk about Cardano, and it tends to challenge IBM in the permission/permissionless interoperability chain section with this development called Gerolamo. It's going to be competitive with IBM's Fabric, which actually powers a lot of corporations. So IOHK is planning to compete with IBM's Fabric with Gerolamo, which will combine a permissioned and permissionless infrastructure for Cardano. So it'll be both permissioned and permissionless. The project is intended to become a user acquisition machine, so they want to get a lot of users with it, obviously. And it'll bring companies and government agencies into the Cardano ecosystem. Now, the whole premise of the plan is to start companies and agencies on the permission part because of regulations and whatnot, and eventually transition onto a public blockchain, at least for some of the companies. That's the plan. Will it actually happen that way, or will they just stay on permission blockchains forever? Who knows? That's really for the future to decide. So Charles Hoskinson, the inventor of Cardano, spoke in a new video about the permissioned versus permissionless architecture and the onboarding strategy based on it for the corporate customers and government agencies. The CEO of IOHK noted that for a number of reasons, including regulatory uncertainty, companies and government agencies initially prefer a permission system when planning to use a DLT. So that's why a lot of corporations and government agencies, they don't really want to deal with crypto. They like blockchain, but they're not going to go with any of the companies right now because they actually want a permission system, and IBM actually provides them that. So that's why IBM can get really large in the sector, but Cardano is going to challenge them. According to Hutchinson, IBM's Fabric is the market leader in this area as it provides a permission system in which a company has control over the consensus. For example, Walmart is using a Fabric and forces suppliers within the food supply chain to participate in the system. While Walmart remains in control, this system stands in contrast to Cardano's permissionless blockchain, which gets its consensus from the community. However, in order to attract corporate customers, because corporate customers don't really want a permissionless system, at least to start, IOHK wrote the code for Cardano in a way that is blockchain agnostic. Atala, which hosts a permissioned system, is also used for this purpose. As Hutchinson explained, both blockchains, Atala and Cardano, are interoperable with each other, making it very likely that companies will move to Cardano's permissionless infrastructure over the course of the partnership. These deals we talk around, for example, the Georgia deal, gives us 50,000 new users per year minimum, and has the potential to scale to hundreds of thousands, potentially getting in the tourism industry where there are 10 million tourists per year. Deals that IOHK has already made, such as the partnership with the European country Georgia, could pay off for the Cardano ecosystem in the long run. In fact, a lot of the cases when we say who's going to run the infrastructure, they say we really don't want to do that. And when you are further along the business relationship, you can say, let's go ahead and run on the permissionless infrastructure. And they say, okay, fine. So basically, they want them to convert to permissioned, from permission to permissionless, but you have to get them on the infrastructure first, and that's where the permission infrastructure comes in, and that's how IBM Fabric gets all the clients. Now, IBM Fabric doesn't really have a permissionless, doesn't really have like a public blockchain solution, I don't think. I think almost all of IBM's products are permissioned, but that actually does attract governments and also corporations. With this in mind, IOHK joined the Hyperledger Consortium to find new partners. That's the main purpose of IOHK joining the Hyperledger Consortium. For the Cardano permission version, the whole system will be what Hutchinson calls a user acquisition machine. So it basically, the entire purpose is to suck people onto Cardano. In essence, this is a user acquisition machine. When we're going to do a government deal, they want to solve a problem, and we are over solving the problem with the benefit of Cardano. Because when we bring them in a supply chain system, an identity system, and any of these things, inevitably all these people get economic identity that is portable. Regarding the exact timetable, Hutchinson explained that the exact plans are still being developed but will be implemented in 2021. This is something that we're gonna unify in 2021. We are writing a big proposal to continue IOHK's participation in the Cardano ecosystem. Some of this has to do with rolling up all the innovations we come up with that are out of scope for the 2020 agreement. Some of them have to do with the emerging next generation technologies like ZK rollups and recursive snarks and all kind of scalability solutions. And some of these have to do with unifying permission and permissionless together. So that's going to be a big thing. Hossein explained that this project will link permission and permissionless, will be called Gerolamo, and will be developed in collaboration with the Hyperledger Consortium and will compete with Fabric from IBM. So they want to compete with IBM. That is a tall order, but I think Cardano definitely has a lead in the permissionless department, but IBM definitely has a lead in the permission department. Maybe this will actually get people onto Cardano, and that could really be really good for our investments. So that is the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.